Yeah, good day to you, all my viewers, to my listeners, and to all my subscribers. You're welcome to Mikey's FX Academy. Yeah, I'm back again with another video, and I just wanted to sit back and relax. Please, if you are new to this channel, please just do me a favor. You can subscribe to this channel, subscribe, and turn on your notification button on your device so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever a video like this is dropped on this channel. And don't forget to subscribe and to give a thumb up if this video is of a great value to you. Now we are having a mentorship program. If you don't actually know how to trade these markets, if you are new to synthetic indices, the volatility in general, and the step index, boom and crash, you can actually call in for mentorship program that is ongoing. Uh, Program is ongoing at Mike's FS Academy. I'll be there to guide you online. We have Zoom classes where you can actually, guide you, school you in 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. You become a professional trader. You can actually trade and milk the forex market. Remember, the forex market is one of the biggest markets in the world. It's the largest market in the world online, where people buy and sell commodities, stocks, the foreign exchange, and the like. So um, I'll be glad to be a tour guide to guide you, to a profitable uh, state. Now we're actually going to look at Crash 1000. Um, Trading crash, the crash market is very profitable if you know how to get this done, if you know how to hit the right buttons, you know when to enter the trade and when to exit. You are good to go. Now I'm going to show you how to actually trade this market and how to make success, bringing indicators. Majority of us, some people don't actually talk good about indicators. They tell you indicators are this, they are that, and that, and that. But actually, I want to assure you that indicators, you can actually use them, you know, to get, you know, possible entries and possible exits from the market. Now this is Crash 1000. We are looking at the market on the higher time frame. Um, Looking at it from the higher time frame, and as you can see, the price is actually, you know, this is what price is actually doing. It's actually on a downtrend. It has been falling for months. It has been falling for months. If you have to look at when the fall started, if you look at it, this is 2020. This is 2020, because if you have to count, each candle represents a month. And let's, if you have to count the candles, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 1 year. Now 10, 11, 12. This is 1 year. This is the whole of 2020. 2022. Okay, 2020. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Because to count, this is almost, 2 years plus, which is about currently is what we currently where we currently are. This is 2023. Part of 2023 is here, and this is just February. This is February, and part of 2023 is here. Let's see the dates. We can actually get the date. This is um 2023. Look at this candle. This is January. This is February. This is 2022 December. uh this is November. So that is for that. Now we are going to look at how to actually continue with the trend. This is what is actually happening on the higher time frame, and how to catch the trend so that we don't get left out. You actually want to make money, you can actually, catch the trend. If you look at what is currently happening, this is an impulsive move. We have um, a supply zone. This is a supply zone. This is a supply zone, as you can see, and this is what brought price down. So we can actually, wait for the price to get back to this zone and continue, because what you can act what the price actually is we are on a downtrend. So we can actually wait for price to get back to this zone. If uh, price actually is going to come up here, you know if the price happens to come up here, Because let me show you something. If price actually, you know, if price happen to come up here, we can actually continue riding the trend. As you can see, we have an area of interest. You can see multiple rejection. Price came, you know, got rejected. It went back. This is um, for 1 month. Price went back up. You know, came down again, got rejected, came down. Got rejected and went back. Then formed a doji candle with a strong rejection. Finally, price broke. You know, fell down with a very strong candle after 1, 2, 3, almost 4 months of rejection of falling down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Price actually finally broke down with a strong impulsive move, and the team tried to rally back, like try to go back, and you see the strong rejection. We have 1, 2 rejection candles with weak, and this is actually where we are now. As you can see, price is actually giving us a bullish movement, trying to push to the upside. And you know how this thing works in forex. If we are to look at this is how this thing works. Price don't just go all the way. It doesn't just go all the way, you know, in one direction. It will form a zigzag movement this, like this, before we finally get to our destination. You know, this is what actually happened before we get to our destination. And before we actually get there, um, we'll have to go to the lower time frame to see how we can ride this trend, when the thing finally gets, because we are looking at selling the price, or selling when price gets to this level. We're actually looking at selling, placing, entering in sell position when price gets to this level, and we're actually looking at selling it downward. You know, this is how uh, this is what we are looking at. And if you go to the lower time frame, this is the weekly time frame. As you can see, we have multiple rejections, and we are looking at selling crash, you know, selling it downward, you know. So what do we do? We wait for price. As you can see, price is actually, doing a pullback. There's actually a pullback going back to the main, to our area of interest. These are area of interest. These are area of interest where we have multiple weak rejection. There's something actually going on. A lot of supply in this zone. There's a lot of supplies. Sellers are actually waiting. Whenever a price fall from a very strong zone, we know when the zone is actually, strong, we know we have a volume of either buyers and sellers waiting to ride the trend, and we're actually looking at, seeing more buyers. That is why it is very good to look at the price from a very high time frame. Now, as you can see, this we have a lesser noise. Now going to the weekly time frame, you know picking our area of interest, which is this zone. Now go looking at it from the weekly time frame. As you can see, it's actually jumbled up, like everything is scattered, but we've already marked our area of interest that whenever price come back to this zone, we're actually going to sell it down to the downside. Now looking at price from the weekly time frame, as you can see, this is how the weekly time frame is currently. This is how the weekly time frame is. So we are actually looking at selling price from this, from this candle. Whenever price comes up here, you can actually sell it downward. And this is our area of interest, our key area of interest. Before we get to this spot, we also have some moves, some positions to look at. Like if price comes to this zone, this is the daily time frame. It is very good to trade the forex market from the higher time frame. Look at if price actually get to this zone, to this level, it is another good area where we can actually sell, sell on the daily. We can actually look at, selling the price downward, you know, enter. This is a very good place to trade. What you need to do is you go to the lower time frame, like the 4 hours time frame, to look for a good entry, you know, to look. This is an order block. We call this the order block area where we have supply. We have supply, you know, because of this impulsive move. There's a lot of supply. A lot of supply was generated here for this impulsive move to the downside. Now we're going to look for, you know, a place to actually, place where we can actually get a sniper entry, to ride this trend downward. We can see, we can actually bring this down to say, okay, when price get to this level, we can actually ride the trend. You see why I'm picking this zone. Look at what we have here. Look at what we have here. This is how to pick this zone. Look at this week. Look at this rejection. We see price. We got rejection here. Look at this rejection. Look at this rejection here. Price couldn't break through. Finally, it didn't broke through, and you know, the price got rejected. Then hence this sell, this strong sell. But this area where we have this concentration, if you look at this horizontal line, you see, rejection. You see another rejection, strong weak rejection. These are area of concentration where we can actually ride the trend, ride it and make a very good result, a very profitable result from this trade. Now we can actually go to the H4 to see if um, if we can enter this trade from a sniper point of view. Now, if you look at it, when the price, if you look at it, look at what I want to pinpoint to you on the 4 hour time frame. If you want to ride this trade, this is a very good place to ride this trade. Look at why I want us to ride it this way. See, on this trade, if you look at this weak rejection, you look at, it's this trend horizontal line is acting as support and resistance. This is from the downside, is resisting the candle from going up before this strong move. And when the break finally came in, look at what happened. We have this rejection, price trying to come down, it got rejected, then hence gave us this strong candle, this bullish move. Then a strong bearish candle came down to engulf this, and another candle formed in between, and this strong move. Now, if you want to confirm this zone as our entry spot, we can move backward a bit. Look at it again. Look at it. Go to your left. You see rejections. You see rejection. This is a strong. It tells you this is a strong zone. We can actually place our entry there. Now, this is another confirmation. This is another confirmation of that zone. That whenever price get to this level, let me now minimize this a bit. Whenever price get to this level, we can actually ride the trend to the downside. We can actually ride it to the downside. Actually, place our entry. This will be our entry. Let's make this color red. This is our entry position. Let's make it red. This is our entry. Now we're going to look at our exits. Our exits, if you want to take your exits, most of the times when you place a trade, you want to look at your left hand side. This is your left direction. You want to look at your left hand side. Look for, where we have the end of a trend before a move, to the upside. You actually want to pick this zone as your entry. And as you can see, we have multiple rejections within this zone. You have rejections within this zone. So we can actually see this zone will be our area of interest when we are taking a trade. So you can actually ride the trend, sell the price from this level, from this level down to this level. We call this our take profit zone, and this is our entry. This can be our entry. This will be our entry. Now let me make it entry. This is our entry for cash 1000. This is our entry zone, and this is our exit. Let me bring our exit down here. This is our exit. Exit. This is my exit. Now you pick this region for your exit. Imagine selling the trend from this level 6036. Let me make this black so that at least you can actually see what is inscribed on our scale. We have levels, this level 60 36.187, and we are exiting. Our exit region is within this zone, level 5634. Imagine riding a trend for hours, for days. This would be for days. Imagine riding a trend for days within this region. You know how much money you would have generated. It's easy. It's just something that is very easy, but if you don't actually know how to trade in this market, you find it difficult to actually see what is happening on the chart, actually know where and when to enter the chart and when to exit. Now, for an easy, ways, if you are finding it difficult to see what is happening and you want an easy way by bring using indicators, I want to introduce certain indicators that will actually help us to get these things right. Now I'm going to go to the indicator settings. Now this is my navigator. You go to your the view region here, you get to your navigator. Then I'm going to introduce my indicators. First of all, I like using the relative strength index. This is how I set my relative strength index. Normally, the settings that comes with the relative strength index is for period 14, close, blah blah blah, and the level 70 and 30. But I like leaving the period at period 7. It helps me to see possible move of how the trend is flowing on the main chart. Now I like setting my level at level 20, the oversold, level 80, overbought, and level 50. Below and above it, it's the trend direction. Now this is how my RSI looks like. This is how my RSI looks like, and this one will help me know what to do when I want to spot divergence. Like if you look at what is happening currently, look at what gave us that move. This is it. Look at what happened. This is price gave us a lower low here. This is a lower high, a lower low, and price moved down to form another. This is a high and a low, a high and a low. But look at what is happening. What happened below? What happened on the RSI? The RSI refused to agree with what is happening on the main chart. Majority of us don't actually know how to do this, but I can guarantee you a safety or a safety passage. If you contact Mikey's FX Academy, I will be able to school you day by day on how to see these things and get accuracy. Taking trades on when you see such move. See what is happening on the RSI. The RSI is disagreeing with what is happening on the main chart, and hence we have this strong move to the upside. You see, And I told you my RSI, on my RSI level, whenever price is above, the 50 level mark on this RSI, course, as you can see, the RSI is graded from level 0 to 100. Whenever price is above it, you can see a very strong move. You can see a very strong move, and this is exactly what happened. And whenever price gets to, the 80 mark, price has overbought, and as you can see, price has, you know been buying for a very long time, and this is the overbought region, is what you're seeing on the RSI, and price trying to come down. Price down. If you look at my RSI, majority, most of the move, price has never gotten far above the level 80 to the 100 level mark. It has always been 80 something. If you can see this position, the current highest high, as you can see, is level 88. If I push backward, you can see the RSI has not crossed that level for a very long time. So it is very good to give a very good level on your RSI, so that you know how to um, cash ride the trend. Now, this is for my RSI. I also like bringing down moving average to support my RSI, and I like using um, the moving average as a backup, you know. And this is how I set my moving average. I leave it at level 20. I give it a color of my choice. I leave it at exponential, and apply to close, no level. This is for those using the PC. This is it. you know this is a clear confirmation. When you see a move like this, is a clear confirmation when there is a divergence on the trend, and the price and the RSI is not agreeing with what is happening, and you spot the moving average below. You spot the moving average below the chart, on you know below the chart, with a strong move. It's a clear confirmation. That's a clear confirmation of an uptrend. You don't really need to think twice before jumping, riding the trend, before jumping in the trend, because we have one confirmation, we have two confirmation, and the moving average giving me a strong push. That is a clear, indication of an uptrend. Now, another indicator I want to introduce is the candlestick pattern indicator. These are clear, these are simple indicators that you can actually use to ride the trend, and these things work most perfectly if you are trading with the higher time frame. Majority of us don't actually trade with the higher time frame. We look at trading with the 15 minutes, the 5 minutes. Look at what is happening now. Look at those of us that are trading with the 5 minutes. Can you actually tell me what you can do with riding a trend in this form, where you have so many noise? But look at it, look at the trend from the higher time frame. You can actually pinpoint where to trade and to make your money from. Trading with the higher time frame is very, very important. It's a key in forex, one big key to make success in the forex market, and most especially the synthetic indices. Now, I like using my indicators because they give me what I actually want in the market. Now, this is another indicator that is very, very productive. This is another indicator that is very, very productive. The candlestick pattern indicator. Majority of us don't really know how to use this, but this indicator is it does wonders on the charts. If you are good with candlestick pattern, you can actually see the names on the candlestick. We have bullish engulfing, we have bull cross, where there is uh, a, a, a candle that is not in line with the current move. It tells you whenever price get to this region, this is a supply zone, and whenever price get to this region, there must be a reaction. you know these are this is these indicators will actually help you do well and do wonders, trading this market. you know and I also want to introduce another indicator that is also very, very useful. uh, this one is also very useful. Look at it, very strong indicator. It tells you whenever price gets to a strong resistance zone, a strong support zone, it tells you price cannot go beyond this region. And as you can see, just introduces the indicator gives you a clear signal, a clear move on what is actually happening when price get to this region. See what happened. There is a bounce back. Price tried to come back to the same zone, and what happened? It's got rejected. You understand? On the upside, we see a strong green line. It's also a strong zone. This is a strong resistance zone. Look at what happened when price got to that zone. You see the strong fall. It fell all through, all the way down. It's a strong indicator that tells you, my brother, hey, Mr. Man, price cannot go beyond this level for the meantime. That's how price is going to remain for the meantime until the trend. There's a change of trend where price can actually break this. But if you see a strong resistance zone like this, just know this is a key zone where price cannot go above that region for certain given period, for a very long period. I also want to introduce another indicator, and this one is this one is this one is the time indicator. Tells you when a candle elapses. It gives you the time frame when a candle actually elapses. you know let me bring let me give it a good color so that you can actually see, when time elapses. Let me give it a color that is in line with the color. Okay, it's color friendly. Now this candle, this is the 4 hours time frame. We have like 198 minutes to go. As you can see, the timer is ticking. If you're familiar with candlestick pattern, you can see when you see a shooting star appearing on your charts, something's about to happen, the price is about to change, and that is what you are actually seeing. Another indicator I want to introduce is moving averages on my main charts. The majority of us actually use the moving average, and I bet you need them once for trend direction, and you can actually turn them off after doing your analysis. Before doing your analysis, you can actually turn them off. Then after analyzing your chart, you can turn them on to see where you can actually get possible reversal on the chart. I like using the 200 moving average. I also like using the 50 moving average exponential, the 50 moving average, the method exponential, and apply to close. I also like using the 20 moving average. These moving averages, they help you to get the accurate trend direction. Let me give it a color. Yeah, this is how um, this is how my moving averages are on my chart, though it's a little bit clustered with what you have. But if you actually know how to use these moving averages, you'll be able to get certain trend direction from these moving averages. Okay, now this is how my chart looks, and this is where we're currently is. So we're actually looking at uh, price when it gets to this region. This was when I started the video. I actually um, gave us this region as a very strong zone on the monthly time frame. I gave this region, this region as a very strong region, and this is what, as you can see, my support and resistance indicator actually pinpoints this place as a strong zone. That whenever price gets to this zone, is going to fall down on the monthly time frame. Price is going to fall down before the continuation. And on the weekly time frame, as you can see, it is also highlighted here that whenever price gets to this region, we're going to see a change of trend, a big move to the downside before the continuation. And on the daily time frame, you can actually see where it is, where that support and resistance line is. And currently we also have another strong support and resistance line where I was actually trying to We actually try to draw my area of interest. My area of interest, this is it, and you can see there's a strong resistance line here telling me that when price gets to this region, the price will actually fall down. This is the key area of interest, that whenever price gets to this region, we're going to see a great fall. Price is going to fall down, fall massively. So this is it, guys. This is it. This is how to trade crash 1000 and be successful. This is how to trade crash 1000 and be successful. Let me take this indicator so that you can actually see, get a clearer view. Now, this is how to trade crash 1000. When price, you are looking at price coming to this region. Let me bring this down. We're actually looking at price coming to this. This is our key area of interest. This is our zone. And price come here, come to this zone. We're looking at crashing down. We're looking at crashing down, to this area. Crashing down to this area. Price can actually, this would be our first TP zone. If it happens that price keeps falling, you can actually see something in this area, but for the meantime we pick here as our exit. But of course we don't want to be greedy, but if it happens that maybe we can open 1 2 3 positions, we take profits here, and if it happens that price continue falling, then we're looking at taking profit below this region. I can assure you that this is a good place to exit the market. It's a good area to exit the market, depending on on the current events. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain, guys. I want to encourage you, if you are new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe to Mikey's FX Academy. If you are new to this channel, you can chat me up on WhatsApp. If you want to join my mentorship program, you can actually communicate with me on this number you're seeing here. You can actually write me, communicate with me. I'll give you I'll be your tour guide, so that you'll be able to trade and make progress, make success trading the boom and crash, volatility, step index, and the likes. I want to say a big thank you to all my viewers and to all my subscribers, and looking forward to drop another video that will actually help us to trade successfully on the forex market. I'm going to leave this video here now. See you in my next video. Bye bye.